Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the south side of Livingston, Montana. I'm actually out here at a place called the Slide area. I'm about 4 or 5 miles out of town along US 89. US 89 is what goes to Gardner, Montana. That's the north entrance to Yellowstone National Park, commonly referred to as the Teddy Roosevelt entrance. But I'm out here at this Slide area because this is very picturesque out here. If you come out here at the right time of the day and it's not too windy and you can't, and you're not fighting the sun too much, you can get some pretty good pictures. But anyway, I wanted to use this setting because I want to talk about something for just a few minutes. So hang in there with me. I'll try not to make this video very long. And that is the subject I'd like to talk about for a few minutes is global warming or universal or global climate change. Now, I know, ladies and gentlemen, for a fact that this stuff is reality. And these people, these industrialists, these politicians, these, false scientists or whatever I can call them, if they're telling you anything different, it's because they're greedy and they're basically making their living off of destroying Mother Earth. Now, I'm dead against that kind of stuff because if we keep destroying this earth, we're going to run out of resources. It's a real simple deal with me. And the reason why I believe in global warming and climate change is because I'm a native of the state of Montana. I was born in Kalispell, Montana, December 23rd of 1951. I'm 67 years old. I've went through a lot of winters and summers in the state of Montana, quite obviously. But the last, say, 5, 6, 7 years or so, I've watched these winters do some really weird things here in Montana. I've watched the temperatures become very erratic, like it'll drop down to, say, 0. And then, stay that way for just a couple of days, and then two or 3 days later, the temperature will be back up to 40, 50 degrees like it is today, and then it'll stay that way for a couple of days and then drop right down to 0 or below 0, or we'll get a bunch of snow, then it'll all melt off and warm up. It's like a yo-yo effect, up and down, up and down. That ain't right. The reason why I say that, ladies and gentlemen, is because back when I was a kid, I remember, say it would drop to 0 here in Montana, okay? It would stay that way for 6, 7, 8, 10 days. And then it'd either start warming up slowly or get colder. Not this yo-yo effect. I've got a daughter of mine that lives over in Belgrade, and she called me up for Veterans Day, and we were talking about this, and she's an absolute believer that there's something really weird going on with the weather and climate change and global warming and all that kind of stuff, because over there in Gallatin County where she's at, the same thing is happening as here in Park County. Some days it's just colder than a well digger's rear end, and then the next day you could be out barbecuing or be out in your, shorts running around. Something's not right. Something is just simply not right. I just watched, over the years, I've watched just too many changes. And then right here in Livingston, too, this area is well known for being very windy. Well, the last, say, 3 years or so, I've noticed that the winds have dropped off substantially around here. Substantially. How could that happen? How could this area be predominantly noted, if you will, for being a very windy area, then all of a sudden we don't get the winds that we used to, Something wrong with that picture. It's just one wrong thing right after the other. But anyway, okay, so this video is not so boring. I'm going to step outside and show you, ladies and gentlemen, what's at stake. What us human beings are doing, what we're wrecking. I'm going to show you a scene out here, okay? Just because I'm here. And so you ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth destroying the Earth's resources and polluting and causing climate change and all that? No, it's not worth it. Let's go here. My arm was getting tired. Like I say, this is called a slide area. I don't know why they call this a slide area. Let me get this in focus. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming up on 6 minutes here, I see. Okay, this is the Yellowstone River right here. Now, I always like this scene out here. Absaroka Mountains. Make sure that's in focus. If you're hearing that road noise, that's why, right there. Yeah, this is what's at stake, ladies and gentlemen. Simple as that. You know, this is what mankind is destroying. Well, this and other places too, not just here, but you get the idea here. Okay, I can see I just passed the 6-minute mark. I always try to keep my videos as short as I can, just simply because I know how bored people get, but I'm an absolute believer in this thing called global warming, climate change, whatever you want to call it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I bored you long enough. I'm going to wind this down at around the 7-minute mark here. And like I'm famous or infamous for saying, you know, take care of yourselves because your neighbor sure is more than likely not going to. And we shall see you on down the trail. You know, take care of yourselves and all that fun stuff. And so that's all there is to it. Okay, adios from Livingston, Montana, ladies and gentlemen.